It is Twitter time with Fog Wrestling. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Call it what you want. Twitter, X, Musk Mania. You call it what you want. I'm going to call it the place of mean tweets. In this generation, just like Enzo Amore would say, is SAWFT. Soft. Because what is it with these wrestlers, especially the female wrestlers, like anytime they get a mean tweet, anytime there's a fan or a troll that criticises them, they go into meltdown mode, they pure freak out. No wonder they hate Donald Trump. They can't handle a mean tweet or two. And Daniel Monette is the latest, aka Summer Rae, jumping into Twitter trying to defend someone. She claims to bash keyboard warriors, and the first thing she did was jump on her keyboard and use it like some sort of sword to attack this person, and it wasn't even her being attacked. But she tried to defend Paige, and there was some troll calling Paige fat, and I guess he was trolling, because Paige is a lot of things, let's be honest, but she's not fat. Let's look at the original tweet, though, that has been deleted by now. So, yeah, all these wrestlers, they all preach, be kind, be this, be... Yet they respond with just as much negativity to these trolls as the trolls originally did, so make it make sense, guys. Anyway, this person's deleted their tweet, so way to go, Summer Rae. The original tweet said something along the lines of Saraya is fat, and then she replied, LOL, anyways, watch my fat ass at All In at Wembley Stadium, then watch my fat ass win that championship. I think that's a good reply. For once, I think Paige has done okay here. She's just made fun of the joke, and she's like, alright, I might be fat, well, watch my fat ass at All In, because my fat ass is going to win at All In, and I'm going to be the new champion. And by the way, I don't think Paige is fat. Has she put probably weight on since she was in WWE? Yeah, but in WWE at one point she was so skinny, she was coked to her head with Alberto Del Rio, so she needed to put a bit of weight on. So, I mean, Saraya looks good. She's not the skinniest she's ever been, but that doesn't mean she's fat. She's definitely not fat, like I said at the beginning of the video. She has a lot of things, and this guy could have called her many things, and he would have been right. But he decided to call her fat, and he is definitely wrong on that. But then Summer Rae jumps in with your typical comment. She says, the fact that you feel it's okay to comment on a woman's body, like, what is it with these women? They must feel like they're inferior. Why do they feel like they can't be criticised? Why do they feel like their bodies are off limits? Why do they get so fucking offended? Like, if someone back in the day called Yokozuna a fat bastard, would The Undertaker jump on Twitter, even though it didn't exist in 99 or whatever, 92 or whatever? Would The Undertaker jump on Twitter and start complaining and start defending Yokozuna and start calling somebody out for being mean to Yokozuna? Hell no. They were actually fucking real men. They just got on with it. They dealt with it. They accepted that getting hate was part of being a wrestler. Hell, they probably wanted hate. You know, they probably reacted better to any sort of reaction. They'd rather have negative reaction than no reaction. But now, it's like, you would think with these people being on national TV and getting exposure, you would think that they'd be used to some criticism, some hate. But they freak out over, like, the dumbest comment from fucking some nobody. I mean, some nobody says Saraya was fat. Saraya dealt with it perfectly. I mean, Saraya didn't even need to respond, let's be honest, but she kind of responded in a way that was good. She was like, yeah, watch my fat ass win. But now this Summer Rae's coming in and completely making a meal out of nothing. So she says, the fact that you feel it's okay to comment on a woman's body or anyone's body is simply mind-blowing. Yeah, she had to add in anyone's body, but why did she originally say women's body? I just, like, why are women's bodies off limits? You can't comment on them. But if the guy commented and says Paige is looking great, or if you comment and say, oh, Paige, you're looking, oh, look at you, sis, you're looking lovely, then you can comment on the body. But as soon as you say something negative, then, you know, they're going to start freaking out. Again, it makes no sense. She says, makes me think you're 100% trolling, trying to go viral when Saraya responds, because there is no way your brain thinks that is okay, right? So she assumes this guy is trolling to try and get views to go viral, and that is exactly what she does. She responds to him, makes it out to be a bigger deal, gets more people to respond to her response, therefore making his original comment, you know, get bigger than it was to begin with. So if she believes that that is his motive, why is she playing in? she's essentially adding fuel to the fire. Now, she put up another tweet, but before we even talk about that, something that I find even more disgusting, something that I find even more offensive than someone calling Paige fat, and that is the fact that Summer Rae in her bio has WWE legend. What a fucking joke. No wonder the wrestling business is in trouble if someone like Summer Rae is regarded as a legend. If what she done in wrestling is enough to get legendary status, then we're screwed. We are screwed. End the vote now, man, honestly. Just stop it. Delete wrestling. End the show. If she's a legend, then what the hell are we doing? If she's a legend, then bloody anybody that's had a year in the company by that rate must be a legend. Really, really poor standards. Then on her second tweet, she says, sitting at your keyboard like, oh, this is what I am going to do this fine Friday night. Be a complete asshole to someone I'll never meet and make them feel like shit. That'll fill my empty soul and make me feel good about myself. Yep, let me hit send. God bless your parents. So, she is criticising this guy for bashing Paige and making Paige feel like shit, but isn't this reply in turn going to make this guy feel like shit? He must have felt like something, because he went and deleted his tweet. And I personally would never delete a tweet. If you say something, if you tweet something, then stand by it. Stand by your word. Don't delete your tweet like a little bitch. But I just don't understand Summer Rae, wrestlers in general. Why are they so sensitive? Why are they so bitchy? Why can't they just handle and accept anything? Yeah, Paige is not fat. No way is Paige fat, but it's a fucking throwaway comment. She didn't need to get involved with her two big tweets. Did a WWE legend really need to jump in here and come to the rescue of Paige because some guy said she's fat? I mean, really? I mean, can you think of the things that people back in the day in wrestling were called? People were getting stabbed, for God's sake. People were getting all sorts of abuse hurled at them. I mean, Paige has been called a lot worse over the years, let's be honest. When people look at her fids on the hub, and yeah, I'm pretty sure being called fat is the least of Paige's worries. So is Summer Rae going to respond to every single account that's referenced Paige and Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox? I mean, who knows? She might. She's a WWE legend after all. So yeah, there's nothing legendary about Summer Rae, but she can continue to think that she's a legend if she wants. I mean, what was her best thing in WWE? Some failed bloody marriage gimmick with Rusev and Lana. I mean, that speaks volumes. The best thing she done was something that sucked. So yeah, so much for being a WWE legend. Hell, Paige is a way bigger legend than Summer Rae, and Paige doesn't even put legend on her bio. So yeah, Summer Rae. Maybe someone should send some mean tweets to Summer Rae. Anyway, guys, that's it from Fog Wrestling. I will catch you in the next one, and of course, until then, you're all fat. Peace.